Hang on. Alrighty. I have not used the sanitizer for over a year, and now I'm constantly using it because of these bad boys in here. Today we are continuing the mite hunting, mite fighting, mite whatever you want to call it, because I now have hypernathics blah 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 mite, killer mites, that I'm gonna add in and see what happens to it all. Now I'm gonna take you on the journey of how I record the video, because why not take you on the journey of how I record the video. So last time I got a lot of macro clips and different clips from it all, and today we are gonna continue the recording. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get this slide very high up. I did like how it looked last time. I think it looked very nice because it was a funny exposure. So I want to get it up tall again. The only thing is this bad boy is heavy, and it's not meant to be like this. But we can put it up here because it gives this very harsh lighting like this. Boom. Very hard lighting right there, and that is what we are going for. So yeah, where's, oh, it's over there. All right, so I will be chatting all the way through, but I won't look at the comments too often. But if you do have a comment, I will check it once in a while and see what you guys are saying. So let me just see right here if we are the right. So this is some of the things I really hate with this. I got this new tripod a few months ago, and it's so nice for recording cinematic shots, but it's so annoying to adjust height-wise, because it doesn't have this final thing that you can just adjust up and down. My old tripod, which you are currently standing on, does have that, and that is a lot nicer to use, at least if you have to constantly adjust up and down. Alright, so I'm gonna remove the heating cable. There we go. And I'm gonna see how it looks on the clip. Once I have a clip I like, I'll show you guys. The problem is I do need to put my phone over here in the charger. So my charger is over here. Hope you can save them. Yeah, Marvin, I hope so too. I really hope so too. So there you go, now you can kind of see the shot. So what I want to do is do we like this level? I do think we like this level, so I'm going to turn down the exposure just a little bit like that, or not the exposure, but the lighting. And I'm gonna go in and turn off manual focus. I'm gonna focus right on the nest entrance right there, or the outward entrance, I guess. Yep. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but oh, you can't. Sorry. I'll go. So this is the clip, and what I want to do is I want to do it dark and then start. Bang. And that's the clip I liked. Now what I want to do is I want to stop the recording, and I want to unbox these mites. These are the mite killer mites. So after last stream, I did go over and clean everything I had from all my tweezers and everything. Got a good cleanup after last episode, last stream. Now in here, sorry I'm so shaky for the ants, or not the ants, but the mites. All right. So we have this little thing. and then a tutorial of how you add them, I think. Doesn't matter. I'm a pro mite killer. Done all the research. Not really. All right, so let's get a clip of. So we'll check this clip again. And boom. The solution. And the thing, oh sorry guys, the thing I didn't look about that clip right there is you can see my nail and I have dirty nails. So I'm gonna take it away and I'm gonna, boom, the solution. And now you can't see my dirty nails because I held it on another way. All right guys, so there's a few things I wanna do now. Don't know how to do this bit, so I'm gonna set them aside for now, put them over here. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta swap the outworlds. So I want to get a clip of the current outworld right here. Yeah, let me just check the comments. Hello to Matthew. Hello to Marvin. I have a tripod, my telescope, that's a bit junky. Have a similar issue trying to focus on an object. Predator mites? Yes, it should be predator mites. I hope it is inside that. Alrighty. So I want to get the focus. There we go. So this is the old box that we're going to swap. And I don't like the clip because you can see the edge of the table. There we go. That's much better, right guys? Much better. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to stop the recording. Going to tighten it down, the tripod. Should be tight now. And then I'm going to sanitize yet again. Some sanitizing like crazy. And then we're gonna add in the mite tweezers. So these will only be for the mites in this colony, and I'll thoroughly clean them after using it. Now I actually don't have any escape prevention. I've run out. So I'm not gonna add any escape prevention on the outworld. There we go. On the new outworld, that is. And yes. Oh wait, it is a similar size. All right. I didn't know it was a similar size. All right, so what clip I want to do right here is I want to try to just disconnect. I want to try to disconnect the outworld without doing it. I need cotton. Where's my cotton? Where's my cotton? Hang on, I have just bought 3 new cotton boxes. Hang on, I think it may be in the room next door. 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. All right, it wasn't in the room next door. I guess I'll just open the next box. Hang on, I've just fallen on the floor. Yeah, all right, it's just fallen on the floor. Oops. All right. So I'm just getting a cotton block. There we go. I now have 2 cotton blocks, and we're gonna record that we disconnect the outworld. Yep. So the annoying thing about this is I wanna get a clip where you can't really see any difference at all. Meaning already now I've lost because I've twisted everything just a little bit. But this clip right here maybe works. Did I press record? I did. Good. All right. You know what we do now, guys? We sanitize. Why? Because I don't want mites to come on my camera, and then we can stop recording. There we go. All right. So what I'll have to do now is I'll have to relocate most of the workers. I will get all the workers. But here in the beginning, I'll just do most of the workers. All right. How does that look, guys? How does that look? Hello. Let me just check the comments for a second. Should have sanitized? Yes, I should have sanitized. Oh, okay, no comments. All right. I will just sanitize again. Sanitize smells so toxic in here because we're saving the ants. All right, so I just need to set up the camera. I think, I'll do that now. I need to change the battery. But I always have a battery in the charger. So we'll go from under 25, or we'll go from 25. Boom, there we go. Up to 50 or up to 100. There we go. All right. Do you know what type of mites? No. I know it's grain mites in the outworld, and those I don't really care about. And the other mites I don't know. To be honest, I don't care. They should be at similar treatment plan. All right. So I do want to just get a lot of focus here. And I do not want to see. I'll set you guys up so you can see everything as well. After all, I am making a YouTube video about this as well, so that takes priority over the stream, but you can just get a little inside view of how it is when I'm recording. I think that's good, and you can see everything. Good. All right. So time to play with mites for real. So we're gonna remove this lid. This will be the mite lid. I'll put it. Why should I put the mite lid? Oh, I can see the mites on the lid. What do I do with the lid? I guess. I don't know. I guess mites are all over the place no matter what I do, because we are introducing the killer mites now. So I guess there's no bad things to do. So in with the water sauce. And then I'm just gonna go around and pick up the workers. We are recording, right? Yes, we are recording. A little bit bright, but it's all right. Let me just get some workers then. That's one worker. Oh, dude, there's so many workers in the outworld. Oh no, I'm not going to take them all on stream, I think. And what I'll have to do also is, of course, clean these tweezers. These are now mite tweezers. So a lot of people said add lemons, and just as many people said don't add lemons, it hurts the colony and doesn't kill all of the mites. So I've decided with, I have a trusted sauce, and I've decided to go with that trusted sauce. Yeah. So my plan is to not add anything. There's so many workers out here. There's still like 15 at least. So how are you guys? I'll go look in the comments in a second. I'll just get most of the workers. Funny story I can tell you from my work day today. Actually, another funny story. Oh, actually, the first funny story. Someone said on my Instagram post that I did this on purpose. I deliberately make it get so bad, so I could get lots of views looking at them. And I know there's a few of you maybe thinking the same thing. So I just want to tell this story of why I haven't discovered this before now. My room in here has very bad lighting. I have a very small window that's always closed with a curtain in front, because in summer heat gets in through the window. In summer the heat gets in through the window, and in winter the heat gets out through the window. And if you add a curtain in front of it, well, it stops a lot of the heat. And if people think, well, no, that doesn't work, I can say that the ant room was the coldest room in the house during the Danish heat wave because of this. So while the rest of the house were 28 to 32 degrees, the ant room was stable at 26 on the mid of the day, and around 24 degrees at night, 26 at day, while the rest of the house was at very hot temperatures. So the curtain method works very well. and it also means that in winter, to not just blow out all the heat outside, I have the curtain I also have the curtain in front of my the room in the winter, so it's always dark in here. So I only have the lights I've put up myself. And people may say, well, you have lights over the colonies. We have seen that in your outro and intro of the old videos. And yes, I do have Philips Hue lights all over the house, or all over the end room. But these Philips Hue lights are actually a very bad light source for proper lighting. Especially now that I work as an electrician, I can see how poor they are. I didn't know that, and I didn't know that when I bought them. But today, if I had to redo the end room, I would not have Philips Hue lights. I would have Philips Hue lights, but I would also have another light source, because those Philips Hue light just doesn't work good enough as a proper light source. And that means that when I'm in the end room and I don't have my flashlight on, I have very bad lighting in here. And that also means that when I looked at the Canberra Queen and the colony, I could see a lot of white, and I would see a lot, meaning a lot of brood, and I concluded that the colony was doing pretty good, and I didn't want to disturb them any more than that. After I discovered that they had mites, I tried to look at them again to see if I was just really blind, and yet again, you almost can't see them without a flashlight or a camera. So they are very hard to see, the mites. Of course, they are very easy to see now that I know they are there, but even though I know that they are there, they are still quite hard to see. 4 workers right here. So that's how I didn't discover them before I did the live stream. The secondary thing is I didn't want to disturb them too much. I just wanted to let them be alone, feed them. But something else. So where did these mites come from? I have a theory, or I have been told a lot of theories, and I have gathered my own theory from all the different theories. So we do have grain mites in the outworld. Now the grain mites, they are impossible you will always have them in some way or another, and they are not bad for the ants because they're just eating leftover food. A way to avoid having it is just by removing the food. Now, why don't I have grain mites in all of my setups when I only clean the setups once every week? I always recommend people to clean it after 48 hours latest, but I do not clean it after 48 hours simply because I don't always have time for that. So we'll just sanitize and stop the recording, because why have a 6-minute recording when I only need 5 seconds of it? I'm gonna stop the recording, turn the camera off. Just look at the comments. So what are the comments saying? God damn, Sid, you've been crazy. Oh my God, Sid. Oh my G. Oh my God. God damn. All right. Hello, Silas. Do you know what type of mites? No. Why not get a AC power supply for your camera? I don't know if you can get that, to be honest. And don't worry. Yeah, I don't care about the grain mites. Don't put the water feed in there. Wash it first. It'll be riddled with mice. The screw part as they use it as a water source. Yeah. Get some 70% alcohol sterilizer between the few use between when going hand, sanitizer to use when going between foam carriers. Yes, I do have sanitizer, and I've used half the bottle since I realized I have these mites, so I'm using it all the time. You should kill off any stride. That should kill. Yeah, exactly. The best way to move would be open outwell. I don't know what that is though, and pick up the ants running around. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing, I think. As you're probably grabbing lots of mite. Yeah, you should all add the predator. That's actually something I have thought about now. I shouldn't have added this I should have added the substrate before. Yes, you can have the same camera, Canon 90D. All right, you're responding. Oh my God, you could buy this battery. It has a power cable on it, and plug it to the wall. Well, maybe. I mean, this is not a problem. I just swapped them around. All right. So while I don't know how much long this stream will be because my phone did only have 40% when I started the stream, but it is also sitting in a wireless charger right now. So I'm just gonna go in and grab the last few mites, ants, and then I'm gonna add. Yeah, it's good for, yeah, exactly. That's where time lapse. It's not so good with having a battery light that can kill you. You can often just no, I can't with mine. I don't know why, but it can't if you just plug it in. It doesn't want to work. It wants to transfer data no matter what, and it's very annoying. All right. So how many do we actually have remaining in here? 2 workers. I can see 2, 3, 4 workers. So we have 1 here. Yep. Then we have 2. So we have 3 remaining. 2 remaining, at least 2 remaining. Oh, at least, oh, damn. All right. By the old liquid feeder, there's a lot. All right. So I do know I will get a lot of the grain mites in by doing this method, but to be honest, I don't care, because it's not the grain mites I'm scared of. I'm scared of the mites inside the nest. Okay, so why, to go back and just chat, why don't I have grain mites in all of my other setups when I only clean them once a week? Well, all my other setups are dirtless, meaning there's no dirt and there's no substrate to create a lot of humidity. Meaning that when I feed them a roach, the roach simply dries out and I take it out the week after. And the reason that hasn't worked in here is because when I got the setup, I got it filled with dirt in the test tube. You can see that on the full YouTube video once that comes out. And that dirt has slowly been transported into it will all transport into the gypsum nest, and from the gypsum nest it's been transported out. Meaning the wet gypsum made the dirt wet, meant the outworld was very humid, meant the perfect conditions for the grain mites. So that's how the grain mites are here and how I will easily get rid of them, because now I will be on top of cleaning and the mites will just die again. The grain mites. What about the predator mites, you ask? Where did they come from? Well, they have most likely been eggs on the queen waiting to hatch for the right environment, and when I took them out of the test tube, it wasn't as humid, and when I put it into the new nest, it was very humid, and it was the right conditions for the eggs to hatch into the bad mites. I can't see any more workers in here now. I can only see the flies. All right. I'll close that off. I've lost 2 workers here. Boom, there we go. All right, so I'll just sanitize. You know what, I'll also just sanitize the tweezer. And go over and read the comments. So if the stream suddenly pauses for a long extended time, it is maybe because I've got my 20-second warning, 20% battery warning, but I will not stop before I've made a proper outro. So if it pauses, it may be the 20% battery warning. All right, any comments? Also check the roaches, they could easily have, yeah, I will check the roaches as well. All right. So now we want to record the outworld. So I'm gonna set up the sterilizer, sanitizer. Every time I touch anything on the ant table, I will just use sanitizer. Why? Because it may be safer. Also, there's 100% some workers in the cotton block of the outworld, the old outworld. All right. So you can just watch again to see what I'm doing. All right. So I actually do like this very simple look. And now there's nothing on camera. Sanitize. And now I have a clip where I can only see the outworld, which is nice. So I don't know actually what how these are transported. Hang on, it's upside down. I feel so sorry for the animals all the time. I don't know how it's transported, but I think I'll just pour in a little bit. I will keep a lot of it because I'll pour some in all of my setups. All of the setups will get this, a little bit at least, just so everyone, if anybody has mites, I should be taken care of. Gonna press record. Gonna open this and see what happens. All right, so these predatory mites are very easy to see. They are quite bright orange. I don't know how much I should put in. I'll just put a lot in, because why not? They're actually quite big. I can see them with the naked eye. All right, so there's just predatory mites all over my table now. Oh, they're all over the place. Well, it's good that they will die without food. Sanitize. And now it's time to go super macro. Do some macro on the, yes, I will do it. And you'll be able to see what I'll do. So I think we're gonna skip doing a macro and gonna go straight into the super macro. There's no need to have this in between. We wanna go full time. We wanna go all the way in and get the nice close shots. All right, macro lens is on. I'm actually considering recording some of the predatory mites right here on the table. I think I'm just gonna do that. So as you can see, this is how much light the new lens requires. Before you had a nice shot, now you can't see anything. That's how much light this macro photography needs. So you can see it's just black. So that's why I've bought a very expensive light to get a lot of light. So I can just go in here and turn up my light. And I'm gonna sweat so much in a sec. I'm already sweating because it's so hot, the light. Gotta get the ISO up, the focus down. We can start seeing movement. All right, so we're inside. Let me just record some of the predatory mites. Can you see? You can see a little bit. All right, let's just find some predatory mites out on the table. There we go. Hang on. They look like small ticks. They just look like small ticks. All right, let's look inside to see if we can get some action. So I can already see now over in the tube, it doesn't look like there's any mites in the tube. But let's look over here at the liquid feeder. At the liquid feeder, we should have the grain mites. So it's way too dark in here. Also, I can get way closer with the macro lens, right? Yeah. Get a lot closer. Can we still get closer? A little bit, not too much. All right. So I'm gonna turn the volume, the ISO a lot up. Get the focus down. Oh, we need the black paper. Oops. And this way, oh, I completely forgot how many mites there are on the ants, man. It's insane, dude. I'm just gonna get the light a little bit higher up. There we go. Oh, actually, the bad mites are out here in the liquid feeder. The bad mites are also out in the liquid feeder. So they'll get hunted straight away almost. That's interesting. Just gonna sanitize again. So, any chance that we can see the new mites actually meet the bad mites? Because they must be around. So they must be right around the corner. I mean, there's the orange mites out here. Can't see any of the mite killers. Oh, there we go. That's one fat ass. Nice word, sorry. Good for everyone. So what will you do with the ants now? And why do we have to go right up to the right up to the wall so I can't record you? Yes, go over to the liquid feeder, thank you. over to the liquid feeder. Yep, predatory mite at the liquid feeder. Let's see what the mite does. Goes over around the liquid feeder. And this is some very shaky footage. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I'm not sorry for you guys, because I'm just gonna be mad at myself because it's shaky. All right, we lost it. It went down there. All right, well, that's first shot of trying to get some of the mites. I will just record some of these workers walking around. All right, I will go. Hang on. Oh, actually, this is a good clip. We have a worker spazzing, which is very sad, but also good for the video. Why does it turn? It's not level. That's why. It's so dark. I feel like it's very hard. You know what, guys? What am I doing? Hang on. This night. That's why it's so. I don't. Yeah. This light doesn't need to be this high up anymore. Time to overexpose these ants a bit. All right. Jesus, it's so bright. All right. I think they eat the eggs. You should really record them a lot. Okay, I'll try, Seth. I'll try. Also, it's gonna be hard for me to show you on the stream, but I'll try to record everything. All right, so now we have a lot more light. Very nice. So we can get a little bit more focus, and we get the ISO down to get a cleaner shot. All right, so can we record this worker that is spazzing then? And prop quality. I forgot to do this as well. I also need to do this. Thank you. Now it should be a lot easier to handle, right? So where are we at? Where's the spazzing worker? It's down there. All right. Third try of recording. I don't know what there's spazzing worker right here. There we go. All right, I guess what I can do is I can all right, if I sit right here, yes, then I have to look like this, and then you can see a little bit. There we go. Now you can see a little bit of what's happening. All right, so let's find some predatory mites again. So we do have the regular grain mites sitting here. Of course, that is on some of the roach meat, I think. It's not too many of the predatory mites. Let's see. So where do we have some predatory mites? It should be littered with them right here, right? Okay, there's a few. I'm way too shaky, man. It's annoying. Let's just do a little fade video right here. Oh, I'm so shaky. I don't know why. It's annoying. All right. And go. Good. Thank you. Let's find a. Can you see my face? I don't know. It's all right. Any predatory mites near these ants then? Where do we have a predatory mite? Let's just record the ants then. You have to go up to the wall all the time. The only place you're not supposed to be is near the wall. And up here, it's weird. It's so white. It's very orange. That's very strange. Well, rest in predatory mites. Where are they at? I mean, these ants are walking on top of the normal mites. Or the ants that are filled with mites are walking on top of where the predatory mites should be moving on. Yeah, there's a predatory mite right there. The ant is stepping on it. Oi! Oi, the predatory mite is walking after the ant. No, it stopped. Alright, so there's a lot of predatory mites right here. There's a few of them at least. There's also of course, the ants are going crazy because there's all this new scent. And not only that, they're also in a new outworld, of course. So many on this liquid feeder. Sid was right. Things that said I should change it. He was right. Just following around the worker. See where we're coming. It's funny because they have the same outworld as before, but it's a new outworld for them. And I'm just sat here wondering if they actually feel it's another outworld, or they can recognize any of it. So it doesn't seem like we have any of the predatory. We have predatory mite on the floor. It doesn't seem that we have any predatory mite in the tube yet. I will go into add more mites. Yeah, the organic is probably, the thing is probably lighting. The most common indoor lighting is, no, this is very white. You can see right here. I just don't understand why it looks so. I think the reason it looks so orange is because of the thing. All right, so I'll just add some more mites. They're all over my table. It's so annoying. So to make sure it gets out all over the place, I'm gonna cover some of the ends. This down again. Close this. And sanitize everything again. Don't know how much you could see of that. I don't have any predatory mites, but I have issues with springtails. So whenever I try to put them in tanks, but I have to say a little bit more about that. Because they die out, or why is that? Hang on, why can't? Oh, it's ultimate. Oh, it's ultimate. All right. Well, Okay, I have to turn the light just a little bit down. It's making the glass foggy, which we don't like. Turn down. Would be good to add a little predatory mites in to your setup. Yeah, I'll add it to all. I'll add a little bit to all of my setups, just a tiny bit. All right, let's find some workers. Adjust the settings because now I have a little bit worse lighting. All right. I maybe just even record just a random spot. There must be a lot of predatory mites. It's so quiet. I mean, I just want to get a clip of everything moving around. All right, we'll just record the end, I guess. I need to unhook this. So what I'm curious to know is now the predatory mites are... Okay, I would like to get a clip of them all just walking home. Oh, could you just go home, thank you? Should be good. All right. They're really not doing what I expected them to do. Is this a normal mite? Oh, it's just a worker that is spazzing. Oh, I'm so sorry for that worker. It's clearly been affected too much by everything. Oh, this is interesting. But there was a white mite right here, so I'm guessing that is another. Guessing that's just a grain mite. Don't know if the clip is too dark at the moment. It may be too dark. I think it is too dark. It's just hard to see sometimes whether it's too dark or not. Much easier to see on the computer afterwards. All right, let me just try to follow some of these ants. I should have done that more before I put it in all of the substrate. Oh wait, it's on the outside again. I thought there was a mite going through the tube, but it's on the outside. But look at all of this work. Oh my god, there's a lot of workers coming out now. What's that all about? They know that something strange is happening now. It seems. Let's just record on that point and look at the comments. Alright, won't need much. They won't last long in that tube they sent. Without mite eggs, they'll die pretty fast. So you haven't got the mites sorted yet. Well, I'm trying to sort them out right here as we speak. But yeah, I'll add all the tube throughout the different setups, and the remaining I'll just add to my naturalistic dirt tank. I have a tank that's just filled with dirt. There's a lot of there's some springtails in there, but they'll just die. And then if there's any maybe they have a chance of surviving in there, because there's also roaches, and there's a few different species in there like mealworms and isopods. So maybe they have a chance of surviving. I don't like this clip. I would like to just look. I mean, it's so funny that it's so orange right here. It's not orange over here. Right here is normal light, but right here, it's so orange. I actually have a hard time seeing. Just think what I want to record. I mean, let's just record the worker sitting here. A little bit orange light, but you can still see all of the bad mites just sitting here. They're just walking around, all the bad mites. So, I mean, should be able to see some of the action. Even if I zoom in here, right here, you see all the bad mites are sitting all over the tube. The small red dots. There's also white dots, but they're the grain mites and they aren't as bad. I wonder if they clean themselves extra much due to having mites, or if it's just the same. That is a good question. I was about to turn the camera and I would turn the tripod instead. All right. So what do we think we should? Why should we look, guys? Should we move into the nest? Let me just see if I can find some of the predatory mice and follow them walk around. So we have one right here. Walking around, went over a curve, and it's gone. There's actually also white mite. There's different color of the predatories. Ah, it's so bad with these mites, man. Poor workers. And people think I did it on purpose. That is terrible. The worst thing is people may do it on purpose. That is probably the worst of it all. Right up to the glass, I see. Right up to the glass. And let's follow your sister. Go away from the glass. So Sid, you say they eat the eggs. So the predatory mites... Actually, I won't be able to record anything interesting with them because they'll eat the eggs. And the eggs are smaller than the mites, and the mites are hard to see. And there's so many predatory mites right here while they're walking. It's funny for you guys, the guys who are watching the stream, you'll know how much of all of these clips will just be wasted. probably only need a few seconds of all of this. I mean, a minute most. Why can't the ants help each other pick off the mites from one to another like chimps take off? Well, I think as far as I'm aware, they can if it's under control, but it's just too much and too hard for them. So if it was a bigger colony, they would have a better chance of actually handling them themselves, as far as I'm aware. But because the colony is so small compared to the amount of mites, it's too late for them to help themselves. It's so quiet. I mean, I've ordered 10,000 predatory mites. I can tell you this much. There isn't 10,000. I mean, I still have a box, but still. There's not 10,000 here. Should we relocate the camera to look inside the nest? That's the question now. Should we relocate and look inside the nest and see if there's any of them predatory that have entered? I don't think there is any, but I mean, looking in the tube. Because they're quite big and you can see them quite clearly. But then again, it may be hard to see. Or maybe brilliant Hollifer should just take off the lid and look inside and see if he can see anything. I'll just look inside myself. All right. I do not see them yet inside. I see them all over my table though. Brilliant. I don't see them inside. I mean, even now with this good light, I almost can't see the mites on the queen. It just looks like her. It just looks weird. I'm just offended people think I did it on purpose. Offended. No, I see them all over the table, but not inside the test, not inside the tube or the art world. All right, so what I'll do now is I'll turn this off, go back to my normal lights, turn that off, and look around because now I can actually see inside. All right, so I'm just gonna disconnect my, hang on, I'm just gonna pause the stream. All right, so the charger have actually worked. I am now at 50%. Hang on, there we go. All right, so you see with my eyesight, this is pretty much how the colony looks. This is exactly how it looks actually. And yeah, it's hard to see, but as soon as you zoom in, it's also a little bit hard to see, but it's quite easy to see when you know what to look for. But of course I didn't. You can see the predatory mites are wandering the table. And I think I will just add a little bit to all the setups. So right down there is my chaos area. That's just my different stuff. Let's see if the others are escaping today. Yep, breached the barrier yet again. All right, only one though. Interesting, only one. So these girls have escaped. I mean, I wouldn't call that an escapee. But these girls have escaped for the past 5 days every day, and a total of 6 times. So they breached that one, came out. They breached that one, came out. Breached that one, came out. One of few workers breached this one up here and came out. Over here, they breached this one and came out. And I still think they'll breach this quite soon because they keep dropping trash all over the place and I don't know where from. But you'll just the worst thing is I don't have any anti-escape anymore. I've used it all on my ADA, so I don't have any escape prevention anymore. 6 escape, not escapees, escapes. I think around. Well, if we count my Saturday escape, I think I have around 100 escapees these past 5 days. Because the one on Saturday was bad. All right, but the problem is I don't have any anti-escape. I only have PTFE, and I don't want to start doubling around the barriers and do funny stuff. So I'm using olive oil. For those joining, hello. The reason we're not looking at the mice right now is because we have looked at them for ages, and we're just gonna get them a little bit of peace. So hopefully see some action with the predator mites before the stream ends. All right. It's also only the corners they care about. It's not any of the normal areas. It's not any of the straights. It's only the corners. So where's the body up here? He fell down, I think. Good. How are the corners looking? Looks good, looks good. Over there, need to empty the trash. I'll have to empty the trash soon. Just gonna add a little bit of olive oil over there as well. So surprisingly, this oil have actually worked, the olive oil. And I'm starting to think what's the difference. The difference is between this olive oil and the normal oil, because I know it's quite similar. Well, this is yellow, and this is a lot more slippery and greasy. And what I'm doing right here is removing workers stuck on the cotton. There we go. That's all of them. Nope. There we go. All right, shall also just protect the tube. So where I had an other escape that was like twice as bad as my Messer escape. They all just reached this, and you can see right here, no workers are testing the barriers. 0 workers. Around the corners, hundreds of workers are constantly trying the corners, but 0 are trying the barriers up there. But up there, they escaped. And that's because I was dumb. And I didn't just add oil with no reason. So on the corners, I added every second day or so, because else they breach it. But up here, I know you could do it in a motion like this, but yeah, I don't think that's what does the difference, to be honest. Not with the other, at least. So that's my worst escape I've ever had. Came home, it was in my ant-keeping break. I was annoyed, I just wanted to go home and play some games. And I had to spend 4 hours or something cleaning out of workers. And I didn't record any of it because I was angry at the other. Alright. Sanitize, because we're about to play around with the mites again. Let's look at the comments. Personally, I've never kept leaf cutters though. Other kind of crust olive oil. Oh, they can't cross it. You can see in the corners. This is the olive oil, and yeah, they can't cross it. Same here, olive oil. And now I've also added it here. And we did have an escaped worker over here. That's not done. You can also see on the floor, they keep dropping leaves while they're going up, and they're just all over the floor. So yeah, I cleaned this 3 days ago and cleaned it all away. All right. By the way, this is my wireless charger. Isn't it nice? I had it built in some little product, but I didn't want it because now I can put it on the phone while I record the live stream. So yeah, handy dandy wireless recorder. That's how it looks for anyone interested. It's right here at the coil, and that's what transfers the energy. All right. So let's just look over here. So how the mites progressing? Oh, hang on. Is that a predator mite? It may well be, or maybe not. Queen is acting a little bit weird. She's never that long away. Also, oh, of course. Oh no, that's gonna be terrible to record. Of course, these might need an insanely high humidity. So the box in here is of course humid. That is annoying because that's gonna. No, I can't quite record. I mean, but then it's gonna have this baby because it will blast the heat away because it's so hot. All right. She's a big queen. Yeah. Baby powder mixed with alcohol can work very well if you get the mixture right. Yeah, that's pretty much PTFE, right? Or that's what my head says. So what I'll do now is I'll add mite killers to all of my setups. Yeah. Also, it's very interesting. After I emptied, this was filled with trash, like quite a lot of trash because the other box was full. Maybe you saw my shot where I emptied it. Maybe you didn't. I emptied it and they put all of the trash in here again, which is nice. Also now they're all over the place, so I can't just empty it. But now they've started building this fungi again. This fungi was just being left alone. As you can see, it's very dead in the bottom. But they've started rebuilding it again. Yeah, interesting. Let's do it, guys. I can't drag it out for longer. Let's add the mite killers to the other setups as well. Why does this fit wrong? There we go. All right. Adding predatory mites. And here, why should we add it? Why should we add it in that setup? I'll need to know. Why do you guys think we should add it? Should we add it on the trash? I don't know. With Meta Barbers, I'll add it to the trash corner because I bet you that's where we have problems. Because in the trash corner, there's always problems with humidity. Just add a little bit, sprinkles around. There we go. Don't know if that's way too much or not enough. I'll add a little bit at the nest entrance as well. There we go. So, okay. That should hopefully be enough for the messers. How are they doing on escaping? I saw worker all the way up at the top, so they do need some escape prevention updated quite soon as well. All right, just sanitize again. I never sanitize, by the way, guys. That's oof. It's about time that the acro fungus is almost gone now. Almost completely gone. All right, now we'll mess up Coccarelli. They're just sitting so still and relaxing out in the outworld. So sorry, guys. Hello, how you doing, guys? Oh, you want a little bit of mite killers? All right. There we go. Hopefully you have a few in there now. All right. And the Titanium Dicarnatum. Oof, they have, oh my god, they've all crossed the barrier. I was just sitting workers all the way around. This will be a quick one. Any scabies? No, good. The colony went quite crazy in there. All right, Nikos also need. All right. And just look at this, guys. We still have so much more. I mean, it's only like this, so we can add a lot more in the other setup. I'm not gonna sanitize it. All right, just all of the lids down. Yes. 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 All right, guys. Still need to do the other. Trash makes sense. What do the bad mites actually do? Latch onto the ants. Well, I'm not too sure what these bad mites do. Some mites will suck the blood of the ants, and that way the ants will die because, well, they suck the blood of them. These maybe are that species, maybe not. Not too sure what these are. I need to empty that trash again. Oh, should I just do it now? No. All right, I'll just add the mite killers in here. They also need to be fed. So you know how I check if these girls need to be fed? When they're fed, this entire tube, all the way over to here, is just leaves. You see they have mini fungi here, and actually quite a long fungi here now. But I don't care. Also a small fungi over there, small fungi over here. So this area will be filled with leaves once they have been fed. And the same with this area. They'll take approximately 2 days for them to eat it all and re-need food. So it's been 2 days since I fed them, and that's why they need more food. All right, let's add the mite killers. A lot of them, because why not? Because I have a lot of them. Yeah, I think, to be honest, let's just add a whole lot more over here. I mean, this is the setup that needs it, to be honest. This is the setup that really needs it. So I'm gonna sanitize. All right. The good thing about it is I don't think the ants get trapped under it because it's very lightweight. Very lightweight. I feel like sand is a lot heavier than this. So I don't think the ants are getting trapped. Yeah, let's just add it. And then again, if one worker gets, I don't think anyone will die either way. But if it takes one worker to save the colony, well, why not just add a little bit in here? Why? Because I don't know. Because I mean, and we still have, it's only like this use now. What are you adding? I'm adding Hypernaptics miles, which is mite killers, predatory mites. All right, what I'm thinking is how can I can see them so clear. Let me just get them. Also displayed in the video. Yes, I mean, yeah, don't worry, we'll do. So can we actually see any of the mite killers in here? No. Still can't. I mean, even this, again, this, it's very hard to see at the moment, I'm sorry. I mean, they're so clear on the white right here, they're so clear and big. I can't see any here. So I'm guessing they're just not making their way through just yet. Yeah. Because they're so clear walking around on the white. But let's just turn the lights off. Look around. Look at all the cutters. Wow. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm just stalling a little bit. So this is my cleaning table. All of this has been cleaned, boiled in soap water. Yes. All right. The Nikos. Oh my! It's so humid in here. I haven't hide. I mean, they drink so much. It's insane. Nikos, they are in the middle of getting a new setup, so they're gonna get a massive new nest and a massive new outworld. Tomorrow. Look at this. Look at this. This is what I'm telling you. They've crushed the barriers here. There's a worker in there. And they've also crushed. They've gone past the barriers. But look out down here. Look how many wing delays were. This. Oh, sorry, no. This is the Tetramarium bicarinatum. Yeah, look how many. There's so many wings all over the place. It's insane. The reason they're out here is because the heating cable is. Oh, I've actually removed it by mistake because I touched it before. But yeah, they are all over the place. There's so many of them wings. I mean, I guess now we have the time to actually discuss how many of them have actually. Hang on. Now, can I record this in an easy way so it's not that bad for you guys? So I actually haven't counted how many queens that I have without wings. All I know is we got 5 queens. Is she about to lay an egg? She still has the wings. Probably not. So this one has also the wings. The thing is, I don't know if there's males. I don't know if they're mating. I can see there's a lot of. I mean, I can see there's a lot of queens. Can't see how many that have dropped the wings because all of these have also just wings. All of these out here, wings. Also, the Novometer are so annoyed. Look how annoyed they are. They're not happy with the dirt. They're very annoyed. So how are they doing? I think they can only mate when it's when there's nuptial flight. Oh, maybe. So I guess the nuptial flight may be triggered because I've just added humidity, because I've added that. Let's look in here. And the colony looks. There we go. Colony looks good. Look at that gaster. Nice. Where's the queen? So I've played a little bit around with the heat. So I've removed the heat from here, so it's only here. So it's only double over here. And it goes in, goes back, and stops around here. And they've adapted. Because I've noticed they've begun sitting a lot on the ceiling, which means it's a little bit too hot. Where's the queen? She's usually. Oh, I think she's in there. Yep, queen's in there. So I saw quite a long comment from fascinating apps. Is a frequent dead pile normal for tetrahedron bicarbonatum? My currently has a 150 word-ish, and they're about 110 to 15 per week. Is it normal? They don't. I think it's quite normal. I mean, I haven't looked at mine. And I haven't cleaned this out since. Don't know if there's any deaths. I'm sure there's some deaths, including queens sitting around. I need to remove this today. They also need to be fed again. So I don't have any. I don't have any more sugar snaps from. I've used sugar snaps from my antics for a long time, and I don't have any of that remaining. So I've just used normal sugar water, which I need, which means I need to take it out, because else it goes bad. But there's just so much cotton stuff out here. But as you can see, I've also fed them in here. And the thing about this is it's so dry, so there's no humidity, so the grain might won't survive. But I don't think it's uncommon. I mean, the thing is, if we look at the out of death pile, it's crazy, the out of death pile. If we just, I mean, okay, they're very upset that I've put all of this trash in. They're not happy. If we just turn this a little bit like this, and just get rid of the workers. Oh, what's going on? There we go. So you can see there is a lot of that. The art of that is just crazy. I was so surprised when I initially saw it, and so worried, but it's just how it is. This is also only 2 days old trash, and they also have a trash area. Okay, major going up here. Did the feed cut out, or is my internet just catching up? Let me know, guys, because I don't know. What's this? Oh, that's cotton. Why are you taking up cotton? What are you gonna do with that cotton, lady? Put that cotton down. It's funny. Have you seen the meme? Oh yeah, you can. Is it dead or what? Can you hear? Test, guys. Type test if you can hear me. Let me get that test in the comments. It's quite funny. Have you seen the meme where there's an ant carrying a seed and the guy gets the ant? Test. All right, nice. There's a meme where there's a guy taking up a mitter and transporting it. I've tried doing that, but whenever I pick up a colony member carrying a leaf, like if I were to carry up this worker, if I take them like this, they just let go and fall down. So I can't help them all the way up there. So yeah, sorry, I can't. All right, what's the update over here? I think I may have to just stop the stream and go back and record later. Yeah, exactly. My fiance says food. I think it may be a mite. There's a Miles mite right there. I'm not sure. Because you can see them right here, there. I just feel like these are big compared to. I mean, those are the same size, but I can't see anyone in there yet. Also, I tapped my camera screen. I'm really hoping that. Let's just get this baby back on. Oh, hang on. I need to sterilize. Because I've touched the setup, I've been within the sterilize, guys. There we go. I've been within the contained compartment. All right. So I mean, it's just we have 8 people watching at the moment, but yeah, I think I'm gonna stop the stream. Let me just hang on. Yo, what's up, guys? Andscape's right here, and today we'll be talking about. No. Yo, what's up? Andscapes. No. It's not like. Yo, what's up? Ryan from Andscapes right here, and today we will be showing my ever-growing Scots. They had a big escape the other day, and yeah, today we'll be showing them. Funny, huh? Alright, let's see the comments. I'm shaking too much. Do you other have minors riding leaves carried by majors of parasitic flies, or is that only in the wild? I don't know about scaring. Hang on, carried by majors to scare parasitic flies. I have seen miners sit on leaves carried by other workers. So I have seen ants sitting on leaves being carried. Yeah, I have an adder right here. Adder right here. Hang on, you are an adder white. Wait, are you a messer? Hang on, bit of lighting. Hang on. You're a messer. Messer Barbarous. Alright, home you go, home you go. I guess you were one of the two that... That's how it is. Always identify your ants. One time I saw Herculinus escape. The mess escape 2.0. Yeah, exactly. I saw Herculinus escape at one point. I was like, dude, is that a Ligniperdo or Herculinus? And I had no idea until I could conclude how can a Ligniperdo escape a Venus compared to a Herculinus escape a DIY Outworld. And I trusted my hope you are Herculinus because they can't escape the Venus. Do you regularly feed your Nicobrensis? I feed them twice a week, so I'm going to feed them today. And I feed them like 3 adult roaches. So 6 per week. And it has slowed their growth down because they are... I have hit a point where I'm satisfied with the size, so I'm not giving them crazy much, but you can see they still have quite a lot of brood. And yeah, they are being fed twice a week, 6 roaches or something per week. It's funny because now we're added the substrate in the outworld, they've all recovered home, so the net looks full. Every morning when I come home, the nest is all empty. Every morning when I wake up, because they're all out here. Also, have to touch tomorrow. No, I was about to say maybe they're relocating to the heat source. Hang on, girls. Boom, you sorted. Hey Sid, could you add like a heating cable accessory for the Saturn? That would be nice. Because this is how I heat my Saturn. I mean, even you can maybe just, no, you have to go like that and it will ruin the look. Yeah, it's going to be hard to add something like that. Do you have, I don't know what that species is, so I'm going to say no. Going to be funny to see how fast they breach this tube. Because they are trying to get in. By the way, for those wanting to keep these, how hot is your heat cable? Hot, I don't know. I don't care about what temperature the heat cable is. I care about how the colony reacts. So again, if we look in here at the if we look in here, I never disturb my hand so much as I do when I'm streaming. If we look in here, the room is heated, so we have 24 degrees in here, the room. This heat cable, I don't know how hot it is, but it once runs over here and goes back and stops around the middle. And you can see, looking at the colony, that they like the hot part because they have all the larvae on the hot part. Last week, the heat cable was over here, I think, and they were holding the larvae, so I thought it was too hot. So I just pulled the heat cable back a little bit, and that way you can see that the colonies like it hot. But as it's only hot 2 times on the left side, you can see that the colony prefers the heat over the a little bit colder right side. Same with the Tetrameron bicarinatum. When this reaches 26 degrees, all of the brood locates up in the tubes. It's still heated, but they move up the tube when it's 2 degrees hotter. I don't know how hot the heat cable is, but to be honest, I don't care because I just look at how the colony adapts. Let me just close this. And it is the exact same with my Nicos. So my Nicos kept all being near the heat source right here. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna add heat source to go across here as well. And of course, right now the nest is full because I've opened them and disturbed them, so they aren't in the outworld. But normally, these 2 chambers are quite empty, with all of the workers being right near the heat. So they also like being at the heated source, but they also have a gradient to move around. All right, guys. Just tapped my setup. All right, guys. I think that is it for this stream. I'll record later to see, hopefully the mic's going crazy. But it's, yeah. Any final comments? Are you interested in getting Caminotus crunchatus colony? Yes, I think I talked with Toronto about that at one point. But then I had my Ada escape and I realized maybe I don't want to have a lot of colonies. And then I lost interest in ant keeping for a while. And then I realized maybe I don't want, and now I want more colonies because I'm back in the hobby and back with the flow. I want to have more ants, but yeah. Hope the mites go away. Yeah, I hope so too. But with that being said, guys, that has been it for this stream. And this video, the mite video, won't come out this week. It will come out in 2 weeks earliest. So yeah, I could send you a colony for free. No thank you, no thank you. Can mites cause pavement permanent damage to the ants? Yes. The simplest answer is the workers most likely will have a lot of a shorter lifetime. The queen may also die because she's carried around so much extra weight, and if they are blood-sucking mites, she's lost a lot of blood. So yes, there is definitely permanent damage, but it is Caribera, and you can add a new queen to a Caribera colony. So you can add a new queen if the queen dies. Not that I want that to happen. But normally Caribera have 4 years of lifespan, but this girl maybe only have 1 year's lifespan because of this whole thing. If she survives. If she doesn't survive, then we are looking into a new colony. Maybe. I don't know. It all depends on whether the colony survives. If the whole colony is mite free and the queen just dies a week after everything is done, then maybe I'll see if I can get a new queen. We'll see, guys, we'll see. But yeah, video coming out in around 2 weeks. Tomorrow there's Antpot talking all about honeypots featuring Antopia USA. Yeah. So yeah, hope you're all having a nice, Tuesday? And I'll talk to you all later. Let me get that. Bye, guys.